Hi, I'm Paul. Are you looking for a specific product?
Yeah.
Not so fast. Please speak after the beep.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a TV.
May I take you to the television department?
Yes, please.
Not so fast. Please speak after the beep.
Yes, please.
Stand back. Careful, I'm setting off. Follow me.
Paul is the new sales assistant here and the first robot I've ever met. Paul, you're a bit on the slow side. He's even got the small talk down. His job is to make people feel more comfortable with robots.
Robotics are set to become a bigger part of our lives. Increasingly, people will be using robots. There will be lawnmower robots, cleaning robots, social robots, so Paul is perfect for getting people used to them.
And he's usually pretty good at that. This is where Paul was born, so to speak. He was assembled in this workshop. His creators are still refining him. They're confident he'll soon be in demand, not just as a sales assistant, but in all sorts of areas.
I think robots will provide support when there's a shortage of personnel. For example, in the care sector, where there's a shortfall of 25,000 workers. The question is actually, will we be able to maintain the levels of service we have now? This is where robots will play a major role.
If he's going to work in the care sector, Paul might have to work on his bedside manner. And flexible arms will come in handy, too.
In fact, robots are already used in healthcare. Da Vinci is a surgical robot, specialized in prostate cancer. It can't actually operate by itself yet. Its arms are remotely controlled by a surgeon. These new assistants take some getting used to, but make surgical procedures a lot easier. The robot gives the surgeon a view of the operative field that's magnified tenfold. This allows the surgeon to work more precisely. A monitor shows the image from the camera on the robot's arm as a tumor is removed. It looks huge. In actual fact, it's only a few millimeters big. I find myself wondering how I would feel about being operated on by a robot, putting my life in its hands, basically. Surgeons often work very long hours. Unlike humans, robots don't get tired. Man and machine. In future, they'll be working together more and more. The director of this private clinic, specialized in prostate cancer, tells me that 50% of operations are now performed with the help of surgical robots.
Robots allow us to refine movements. If I move my hand by 1 centimeter, the robot's arm moves by 1 millimeter. There's also a sort of tremor filter, so no more problems with hand tremors. There are some drawbacks. There's no haptic feedback. You can't actually feel anything. You only have a visual. It's a very promising technology. But although there are many areas which have seen increased use of the technology, we've never seen humans actually replaced by machines.
But they have replaced them here. There are no humans to be seen in Amazon's new logistics center. It's all very futuristic, with robotic transport units gliding around by themselves, steered by invisible hands. These are the new Amazon robots.
It's an improvement, first because it means there's a lot more storage space for the merchandise. The shelves are very close together, and now we don't need such wide aisles for the workers. And secondly, it's all much faster because we don't need to factor in the amount of time that it takes to get around.
The units make their own way around. 900 Amazon robots are in operation, the first warehouse robots in use in Germany. Over 2,000 are planned for here. Each robot costs tens of thousands of euros. A human warehouse worker earns 11 euros an hour. Around 2,000 people were hired for the logistics center. If it weren't for the robots, twice as many would have been hired. Is the fear that humans will one day be replaced by robots justified?
Of course I understand the fears to some extent. It looks as though we'll lose out. But the fact is, we won't be losing out at all. To achieve the same level of efficiency, I would need a lot more workers. But I'd struggle to find 3,000 to 3,500 people in the Hamburg area. The unemployment rate is 4%. It would be hard. With robots, it runs smoothly.
I'm not sure I follow the logic. Amazon uses robots because there aren't enough people looking for a job. I thought the point was to boost efficiency. Either way, the Amazon warehouses could be a glimpse of the future.
I'm visiting Paul's designers. One of their top priorities is alleviating public fears about robots. The head designer tells me that's why it's important Paul was given a personality, a friendly one.
He's helpful, pleasant and helpful, intelligent, charming. We wanted him to be a gentleman, to have a certain elegance. This is reflected in his appearance. He's neat and elegant, and he moves like a gentleman. He can give a sort of bow.
No one here's afraid of Paul, not even the human sales assistants that he might one day put out of a job.
Should I find you a sales assistant? Please answer with yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call one of my humanoid colleagues.
The humanoid colleague arrives. Paul's playing music, and I ask him if he can turn it off. He says no. Paul does that. So who really is in charge here?
The humans are still in charge. Maybe not for much longer, but for now we're still the boss.
Paul's definitely got a friendly vibe, and he's got some great moves. Sort of.